Okay, I'm going to go over the first part of the pre-assessment assignment. So in the first part of the pre-assessment assignment, really what you're doing is selecting a useful assignment or a useful pre-test or pre-assessment to apply to the other 5 students in your group and to get the data back and see what you can do with the data. So for instance, in my particular activity in 4th grade, I would be charting out data using a scale for a large amount of data. So if I go into the 4th grade, what I did was a search on Google. I did basically 4th grade math assessment or 4th grade math pre-assessments, and I came up with this website. So I looked at this, and basically as I go through here, apparently it's falling in 4th quarter. This is the type of pre-assessments that I would be working with to see where the students are in terms of this information. So Mrs. Stone's class recorded their times in minutes for 100 fact multiplication tests. Use the following data set to show the data using a line plot. So basically they plotted out here, right? And then it asks basically a debriefing question about interpreting the data. How many minutes in all would 3.5 minute times equal? All right, so then I go on to the next one. Item number 2, Mr. Gray's class measured the length in inches of the growth of their plants in 1 week using the following data set. Make a line plot of the following of the growth of the plants. So what's the difference between the greatest growth and the least growth of the plant on the line plot? You can see on this one, they actually have the answer keys. So if you go to the answer key, right, see, Mrs. Stone's class recorded their times. Again, it's the same thing, right? So they have an answer key here, and they actually have the they have the solution for it. Same thing here. They have the solution for it. Okay. So the idea is basically you're going to source something that's a precursor or mimics what you're trying to find. So let's say that my students could actually plot the actual line, which they haven't really done here, but they plot the line plot, okay, and that's not a problem, but the interpretation, the actual mathematic part, is the problem. That would be identified when I go to sort out my data, right, and analyze how they did on the pre-assessment. So then I can work less on actually plotting out the line plot and more on interpreting data within that particular standard. So that's really where I'm trying to get you going here, where we're trying to move is in a direction of identifying what exactly it is that the students are having a hard time with in the pre-assessment and tailoring your instruction to emphasize that component rather than the entire concept that perhaps you don't need to teach the entire class with, but maybe a few people need recuperation on that.